feel so fortunate to have awakened to views like these for years now. Although this lifestyle has its ups and downs for sure, I will never regret taking that leap of faith to live it full time over 6 years ago. And I will never take quiet mornings in nature like these for granted. It is an absolutely beautiful, peaceful morning here in Montana. It's our first morning here at this camp, and we are along the confluence of the Kootenai and the Yak River. It's a very remote part of Montana, close to the Canadian border and also close to the Idaho state line. There's no cell service out here. It's just so peaceful, so quiet. Been really enjoying it so far. I definitely love a good camp in the woods, and especially when it's also along the river. Let me catch you up on what's been happening since I saw you last. We dipped into, we were in Montana. We spent a couple of nights over outside of North Yellowstone. We were exploring the park. We were wanting to do a backpacking trip there. However, we heard about the bear attack that happened. There were two brothers, unfortunately, that came across a mother sow protecting her cubs, and she attacked. Thankfully, they lived. And the crazy thing is that we were exploring the park that very same day, and we happened to go on a little hike that very same day in a different part of the park, and heard about it later. So it was pretty shocking, and they did close a lot of the trails. So at that point, we decided that we were going to move on to Glacier National Park. We got to Glacier National Park and we were looking at backpacking options there when we decided to see if there were any bear incidents at that park recently, and lo and behold, just the day prior to us arriving there, they had found a person who was deceased, unfortunately, that had been missing a hiker that was attacked on one of the trails, and many of those trails were closed. But those are first world problems for us. These people dealt with harrowing ordeals, and my thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. We decided at this point to leave Glacier, and we wanted to check out some local mountains here, which is the Cabinet Mountain Range. There is still quite a bit of snow. It looks like up high. We haven't gotten real close to them, but we might check that out a little further while we're in the area, just for potential future backpacking trips. And we'll also just explore this area, which I'm excited about. I've never been to this part of Montana. It's absolutely beautiful. But going back to the bear topic, people do always ask me if I'm afraid of wildlife, bears in particular. That comes up quite often. And I definitely do have a healthy fear of bears, especially in grizzly country. I've only hiked alone once on a very busy trail in grizzly country, and I have backpacked many times in grizzly country, something I once said I would never do. But as the saying goes, never say never. And I had planned to do some trips and may still, but we're going to kind of wait till things calm down a little bit. Carry bear spray, make noise, know how to use your bear spray, travel in groups of 2 or more, I'd say, and more if you can. And just be definitely aware and alert of your surroundings. All right, let's get some breakfast going and get to exploring this area today.
Listen for me in a violin. Listen for me when the night is turning. Listen for me when the world is burning. Babe, would you listen for me? Listen for me in a crowded street. Listen for me in a winning streak. Listen for me when you're at your peak. Babe, would you listen for me?
The Kootenai River is fed by abundant rainfall that is more than double that amount found elsewhere in Montana. The climate of the Kootenai has been described as modified Pacific maritime in character, meaning that compared to the remainder of Montana, this area's climate resembles that found along the Pacific coast. Right now we are going to go check out the Kootenai Falls. It's a little bit of a short hike through the forest here right now, which is absolutely beautiful. Kootenai Falls is the largest undammed waterfall in the state of Montana and one of the largest waterfalls in the United States by flow rate. Historically a sacred site to the local Kootenai tribe, the falls became a popular tourist destination in the 2010s due to the Kootenai Falls swinging bridge just downstream. We'll be taking a look at that later. Wow, very beautiful. This river runs through Canada, and we were just saying how much this feels like the Canadian Rockies. Okay, we are just making our way out from this hike to the falls, and we're gonna head up to check out another set of falls, the Yak Falls. It's actually fairly warm today. The temperatures are supposed to hit about 80 degrees, and it's feeling a little bit warm right now, a little humid too. A front is going to be moving in tomorrow, so we are expecting some rain tomorrow. We haven't left yet. We're just taking a detour to check out a swinging bridge. After a hike, it is super important that I replenish my electrolytes, and today I was trying to decide if I wanted this sparkling electrolyte drink by Element or if I wanted to go with the powder packet. And I think today I'm going with the powder packet in the watermelon flavor. I love me some watermelon. This little packet here has a science-backed ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. What it doesn't have is any of the junk. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no sugar, no gluten, no BS. Electrolytes are super important for your body, especially because the main thing that you lose when you sweat is sodium. Element contains plenty of salt to replenish that. And for me, it helps prevent muscle cramps, headaches, fatigue, and it definitely keeps me energized. I know a lot of my viewers are outdoor enthusiasts and love hiking and biking and all kinds of outdoor activities. So make sure that you are carrying your electrolytes with you. And if you'd like to try it for yourself, right now, Element is offering my viewers a free 8-pack sampler of its most popular flavors. I recommend the watermelon. I love the orange. They're all really good. That's 8 single-serving packets free with any Element order. That deal is only available through my link, so head over to drinklmnt.com/Catherine to get yours. Thank you once again to Element for sponsoring this video. Now let's go do some more exploring. We're here at Yak Falls. There's no hike with this one, but the power of this waterfall is intense. We're back here at camp, and I don't know if I showed you how we have this awesome beach right below our camp. Our campsite is huge. Getting these Starlink set up because we don't have service here, and I need to pull up a recipe for tonight's dinner. It's going to be something that I've never made before. Meatballs with pasta and pasta sauce. But I'm going to make, the meatballs are going to be the feature ingredient, if you will. Okay, here are our ingredients for our meatballs. Of course, ground beef, Italian breadcrumbs, we've got garlic powder, Italian seasoning, minced onion, Parmesan cheese, and an egg. And all of this will be mixed together to form our meatballs. I don't have a big bowl, so I'm going to do this on a plate, and I heard the best way is with your hands, and that's how I'm going to do it. I washed my hands thoroughly, and will also wash them when I'm done. I'm just eyeballing all of these ingredients. Lots of garlic. Italian seasoning. I'll add a little more as I mix it up. Onion. Grated Parmesan. I'll go ahead and give this a mix and then add more. Get that egg in there. I'm gonna add more of everything. You want them to have a lot of flavor. All about flavor. All right, I'm gonna start rolling these up, and I'm gonna roll them up fairly small because I want them to cook faster, because we're gonna sear them for part of the time and then also cook them in the sauce. Okay, now I'm gonna get this pan heated up. heat up a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna sear them on the stove top because obviously I don't have an oven, so it can be done this way. Fingers crossed they turn out. All right, now I hear a sizzle. That's what we want to hear. All right, they're looking pretty good, other than maybe some of them are a little crispy. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the sauce on. So now we're just gonna let this simmer on medium heat for 10 minutes, and that should cook the meatballs the rest of the way through. Now I'm going to add this 5 cheese tortellini in so that that cooks also. All right. All right, I've checked the meatballs and the pasta, and it looks like everything's ready. Oh man, this turned out good. Do you need a knife, or are you okay with just a fork? Of course, we need some bread to sop up all that extra seasoned sauce. Not a good one to make tea, pine tea out of. The meatballs turned out good, except I think next time I would add a little bit more of everything. Breadcrumbs, all the different seasonings, just to give it a little bit more flavor, but I think for my first time, I didn't do too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here and just relax here by the fire. It's probably about 7:30, almost 8 o'clock, but it stays light here until about 9, actually past 9. Sunset is at 9. We're that far north, so we'll just enjoy the evening here by the fire, maybe go watch some Netflix in a little bit, and have a nice relaxing evening. I'll check in with you all in the morning. Good night.
All right, here's a look around camp. That is Kootenai River back behind us. We are right on the water. Got the big tent set up, Christmas lights out, got lots of tall trees. Campground's pretty empty.
Good morning. I got my coffee going, coming down here to check out the river. We had a little bit of lightning and thunder last night. Nothing too crazy, not much rain, but it is expected to rain off and on for the next several days. Joey's getting a morning fire started, which will be nice because the temperatures have dropped quite a bit overnight. It's, I would say, in the high 40s, mid 40s. somewhere around there. And yesterday was 80 something degrees. I think the highs, or the lows, excuse me, were about 50 some odd degrees. I was thinking this morning how it's interesting because through my travels, I will visit places for the first time and they will remind me of other places that I've been to. So for instance, when I got to this camp, it really reminded me of the Eel River up in Humboldt County, California, in the Humboldt-Redwood National Forest area. It really looked a lot like that to me. And then sometimes if I'm driving down country roads or back roads or highways, wherever it may be, I'll get sort of a memory will ping back and it'll make me think of someplace else I've been. I don't know if that ever happens to you. If it does, let me know. It's been a really peaceful stay at this camp. I've enjoyed it. We've had plenty of space all around us and it's free. This is an official campground, however, it's before the official season starts. So they do open the campground and allow people to camp here for free until the official opening. So we've been here now for 3 days actually, and the plan for today is to move camps. So we're gonna try to figure out where we're going. We kind of have an idea, but we don't know exactly where yet. So I'll bring you along with me and you can see where we land. And it was like chasing it off. So maybe it was getting into its nest. We have made it to our next camp here outside of Knoxon, Montana. This is not going to be where my next video is going to be from, however, because this is just a quick pit stop for me to get some work done and edit this video for you all. So my next video will be coming from someplace else. I hope that you all enjoyed taking a peek at this very remote part of Western Montana with me. It's my first time spending time here. I enjoyed the fact that it is remote, very few people out here. It was so beautiful, or is so beautiful, I should say, and I absolutely loved my stay here. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video now. I appreciate you all coming along. As always, I appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. It is absolutely free and it helps a lot. Thank you all so much, and I will see you on the next adventure. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.